So I believe the question is Anderson Silva a real boxer? I myself don't believe so, but he is a veteran of combat, and it appears that he possesses the ability to box, as opposed to Paul's previous opponents. So is this enough to be called a real boxer? As we know, Silva's experienced and battle-tested in combat in the MMA department, though. So this possibly will work to his advantage if things get rough in there. Silva to me demonstrates fairly decent ring generalship, considering he's not a boxer. He moves like a boxer slightly. He's a southpaw. That might cause a little ill effect upon Jake Paul, possibly. His defense looks to be okay for this level of boxing, and he seems to have a basic concept of actual boxing. As for Jake Paul, still not taken seriously until he fights a real boxer. Might have his hands full with Silva. I think Paul is still in basic boxing mode, and those quick KOs in his previous fights might work against him by robbing him of later round experience, while Silva has seen the latter rounds many times before on many occasions. Silva's age, age is always going to be a factor, as we all know, but once again, we can't count someone totally out due to his age. If Silva can box and avoid any heavy engagement, especially in the early rounds, things might work better for him. He should try and take Paul to the later rounds, because as we know, I believe this department Jake Paul will lack in greatly, as I said before, due to the majority of his fights being short-lived. And although it's nice to get the knockout as early as possible and things of that nature, it is also very wise to get that experience for that one day when you will need it, going down the stretch. Seeing that Jake Paul most likely will not get the credit he seeks for fighting Silva due to Silva not being a real boxer, I think Paul's goal should be to, once he settle in, is to get Silva out of there as soon as possible. Considering he's going to be criticized any which way it goes, even if he wins, he's once again fighting an older MMA converted boxing fighter. So in that case, with him being criticized for any which way it goes, why not go out by knocking out or stopping Anderson Silva until we can, or he can, get a real boxer in there to fulfill the needs and desires of the boxing fans and everyone else, including Jake Paul.